Now let's talk about Btrfs, and we can start with creating a Btrfs file system. And for that, you need to format a disk partition with the Btrfs file system. Before formatting a disk or partition, you should list available disks or partition you have on your system, and you can do that by running this command. Okay. And for this example, I'm going to use this one, the RAID that we created in earlier video. So to create a file system on that partition, it is straightforward. mkfs for making file system dot btrfs, and you can add any more options for the command. Like for an example here, I will name it md0. It is just a name for the partition that I'm going to format, and the path of the disk. And simply, because we formatted before with a different file system, here you have to add the -f for force. And now it is formatted as a btrfs. uh, you want to access the partition and like to copy data or whatever, you need to mount it to your file system, and this can happen by running the command mount and the path of the device of the partition md0 mnt, and I will mount it here. Let's create another one, kdir mnt md0 btrfs, and we need sudo okay, make dir sudo mkdir mnt md0 btrfs, and then you mount it div md0 and the path of the mount point, this one. So now when you run df -h, we can see it here, it is mounted. Okay, and these mount points you can add it in fs tab for the auto mount when the system reboots. And to do that, sudo uh, your favorite text editor etc fs tab, and we can see here it is using the unique ID for the disk. And we said before that to get a list of the partitions ID on your system, you run this command look ID and sudo, and you will get the IDs of the partitions you have. So in that case, I need this one, and as we said, you just copy the ID of the partition without the double quotes, and you take a copy by Control Shift C, and you go back to your FS tab. Here I want to just edit a line like that, so you can press YY and then P. YY means copy the existing line where the cursor is standing, and P for paste. And here I can do my editing and to paste that, and here the mount point md0 btrfs, and everything remain the same. Okay, after that, make sure that you exit and save your file. Let's sudo mount the one that we mounted earlier, md, this one. So now it is not mounted, and as we mentioned before, mount -e, and we have to include sudo. It will check the fs tab for all mount points, and if there is any mount point not mounted yet, it will mount it. So when we do df -h, it's mounted back. Okay. Now let's talk about creating and managing subvolumes. Btrfs allows you to create subvolumes which are similar to directories but have special properties. Subvolumes can be snapshotted independently, mounted separately, and offer better management flexibility. Subvolumes are logical partitions within a Btrfs file system. You can create a subvolume like this. So let's run this command sudo Btrfs subvolume create. Okay, and here mnt mdv, and we can name it like emd0 sub 0 as subvolume. Okay, and we press enter. Now we have a subvolume under that path, so we can simply listing it by going one level up, and here list, and we can see that we have a subvolume on this partition. Okay, so let's say you don't want this subvolume anymore. So to delete it, you just change this option to delete, and at the end, you write the name of the subvolume, and you just press enter. Now it is deleted. If I do list, it is not there anymore. So now we show how to create a subvolume and how to delete a subvolume, and always and must be careful when you are deleting and dealing with the subvolumes or snapshots. Make sure that your data is backed up. Btrfs has built-in commands to check disk usage and available space. It is important to monitor this, as Btrfs file systems can grow through snapshots and copy on write operations. So to check the overall space usage in a Btrfs file system, now we have two newly created. Uh, you run this command sudo Btrfs file system. You can write it full, or you can just write fi, whatever you like, and the f and the path of the Btrfs file system. So we can check this. It will give us an information. We can check the second one, this one. So here you can check the available space on Btrfs. To get more detailed information about usage, including space allocated for data, metadata, and system, you can replace the df with the word usage, like that. So you will get more information about the partition and the spaces that used, or let's check the other one. Okay, so this is how you check the space of a Btrfs system. Also, you can check it against the root. Okay, and instead of usage, I can use df. It's the same. I didn't mean the same output, but the same concept. And to get more information about the usage of your Btrfs file system, let's talk now about Btrfs balancing or reclaiming space. Balancing is a process that helps reclaim unused space and optimize how Btrfs stores data. It's important to balance the file system periodically to prevent fragmentation and reclaim unused space from deleted files and snapshots. So for balance the Btrfs file system, you can trigger a balance operation to optimize space usage by running this command sudo Btrfs balance start and the path of the Btrfs file system. So we can run it on that. I can run it on root, but it would take a little bit longer. So let's check that. And we can see how the message is very clear. So this command balances all chunks in the file system. Um, we can just run it against root and see how it goes. Also, you can balance specific types of chunks, like you want to balance only metadata or you want to balance the data. And as I expected for root, it will take some time because it is doing both metadata and data. So let me pause the recording till it's finished and I will be back. So it seems it will take a long time. So here from the message, we can just press Control C to stop it. Uh, let's do it on a partition that has no data yet. As I said, you can balance like only metadata. In that case, you can just put -m for metadata, and this will balance the file system for the metadata. For data only, you can use the -d. Okay. Uh, Also, we have to run it again against root to show something here. We can open a new terminal and we can copy the same command. Okay, and we go to the second, and you want to check the status of the running balance. Is running 2 out of 21 chunks balance. So let's say you want a continuous monitoring. There is a nice command on Linux, on all Linux flavors, called watch. And watch, it will give you a continuous monitoring for an one-time output for a command. Like you want to continuous checking this command, like running it in the background. By default, it will run like every second. And I can press enter and it will be like that. So you can continue monitoring, see now 9, 10 out of, and so on. To get out of this one, just Control C. So watch command is a nice tool to keep it in your toolbox. Okay. And also here to finish this section. Now it is the message said that Control C to stop it, but also from another terminal you can come here and instead of this you can change it to cancel. So here it is balance cancelled by user. So this section we explain the balancing or reclaiming space. You can run it against your /home to reclaim. It is same way like fragmentation for your disk. Okay. Scrubbing in Btrfs is a process that verifies the integrity of data and automatically corrects any errors it finds if redundant copies of data are available. It is recommended to scrub your Btrfs file system regularly. So to do that, same command, okay, Btrfs scrub start, and we have to put the path of the Btrfs, that the one to start a background process that verify the integrity of the file system data. And of course, it didn't take time to show the output because it will be running in the background. We can check the process in background by running status, and we can see no errors found and it's already finished. If we run it against root, it will take a little bit longer, and let's run it and see the output of the status. And here, so it's still running and total scrap is 15 GB so far, but no errors found. You can do again. The status is still running. Okay, And again, if you want, it's finished already, actually. And that's nice. I expected that it will take longer time. So this is how to scrub your Btrfs file system. Btrfs snapshots and copy on write operations can consume disk space over time. Cleaning up can help reclaim unused space. So I created a couple of manual snapshots for this path. And as an example, so we want to delete the last snapshots, and as we said before, the ID of the snapshot. So for the same, we can come here and delete dash I and the number 2. Sorry about that. Delete and 259. Okay. And press enter. Now the sub volume or the snapshot is got deleted. If we do a list, it's not there anymore. And recommendation to run balance after the deleting to reclaim the space of the partition after deleting a snapshot. And to do that, Btrfs, as we said before, and balance start. And that's it for cleaning up space for Btrfs. Make sure to run balance after that. And it is done. Relocate 3 out of 3 chunks. Okay. Snapshots are read-only or writable point-in-time copies of a Btrfs subvolume. They are a powerful feature of Btrfs that allows you to revert changes or backup data. The default when you create a snapshot, it's writable snapshot. So to create a snapshot of a subvolume, sudo Btrfs subvolume snapshot. Okay, what you want to take a snapshot of, okay, and where the snapshot will reside. Now we understand why we are using Snapper to make our life more easier. It's a great tool, and for any sysadmin, you need to master Snapper command, and it can be used on any flavor of Linux, but you have to make sure that it's running on a Btrfs file system. Here, the default path for the created snapshots by Snapper or by Btrfs, if I didn't say or mention, what I mean is the creation, the default is by a numbering sequence. Here I can name it snap dash 00. Okay, and I press enter. So if I want to see what's there, instead of snapshots, I will use list dash t to show it as a table. And now we can see just to show how the snapshots get created under this path on the same file system. So it is using a sequence number. So let's say you want to create a snapshot but read only. To do that, the same, here I will change the name, and all I need here is to add this argument dash r for read only. So now I have a read only snapshot for that path. And to see the listing, now I have two snapshots, the two that I created them. One is writable, read write, and the other one is read only. And as we mentioned before, you can let's say you don't want this snapshots anymore, so Btrfs sub volume delete. Okay, and you can mention the path of the snapshots like that. Okay, and delete. Now it got deleted. If I do listing, it's not there anymore.